Hey, praise the Lord. Welcome, Celebration City in action. This is the Friday night, the gate, the opening for amazing things that God has for all of us. So welcome the ones that are here. You're amazingly special. And you are not here by chance. You have to be here because God wanted you here. So I was thinking today, I'm not sure if you read the Bible and you think about everything that's written there, maybe for a paragraph, a couple of verses sometimes, Bartimaeus, Zacchaeus. And I don't know if you ever think that they have a whole life. People can write books about that. And it's interesting that we encounter and we talk about those people in reference to one thing. Do you know what that one thing is? When they met Jesus. So it's like all their life before and all their life after, you can fill in the blanks. But those couple of verses, that place that matters is when they encounter Jesus. I think the Lord makes this kind of a place in time, probably stops the sun and the moon and everything for you so you can have your encounter with Jesus. He is writing your couple of verses on a Friday night because something is happening when He shows up. Lots of you had this experience. I was thinking about this woman and her memories. She's coming to the well, and every time she's coming, she's remembering first time she came to the well. Probably she was a little girl, and her mom was bringing her there because everybody knew that's the well of the village. That's the place where they get water. And some years into that a little bit older girl, she remembers, she comes there crying. Probably, she's weeping. And she remembers all those times when she came to that well. Every day she was coming, but that day, she came after like a terrible experience. She was abused. That man abused her. And she was crying and weeping. And she came right there. And the well was her friend. It's like it meant something. To be able to go there, outside the village, with no one around, looking maybe at the stars, looking at the sun. She remembered all those trips to the well. And then the next time, and the next year, another bad experience, another terrible experience. That woman didn't know anything else except hurts, problems, disasters, sadness. But for some reason, that well, coming to that little fountain right there, was a place, was a friend, was a place where she could forget about everything that was behind her. Every abuses and problems and yellings at the house and everything that she went through, because she was right there. There's some fresh water that she would just draw from. She never wanted to go back home. She wanted to stay at the well. That was her friend. That was the place where she would feel alone. And that God, by the way, some kind of a priest was talking, even that day, about some people called Israel. And a God that Israel had, that was like no one. No other gods were the God like the God of Israel. And she was wondering because there were so many religions there. There were different priests of different gods, of different beliefs. But none of the other faiths were interesting her. She was only interested in the God of Israel. And she was thinking about that. She was coming to that well, thinking about that God of Israel. And she went back. And she came the next day. She went back. A year passed by. And she knew. She was thinking about that. And one day she comes there. And a stranger is there. She didn't think too much about it. It was another normal day of her life. She already went through a bunch of crazy, terrible marriages and divorces and separations and abuses, and she had nothing, no worth. No worth. Nothing mattered for her. She was the laughing stock of the whole village. Who cares? She's saying something. Who cares about her? She didn't think anything about that stranger. Normally, she's alone. That was kind of strange, though. It was uneasy a little bit. She's normally alone. That's her well. She came there. She was weeping the first time with her mom. She knows that well better. What's this stranger doing here? That's my well. Huh. He came and asked her for water. And she looked at him. She looked at him. And for the first time in her life, she knew. Today, something is going to change. Today, I won't be the same. You know, every time when this kind of an encounter comes to you and you know that something absolutely radical is going to change, your mind tries to protect yourself. He's, no, I'm a Christian. No, I've been having this. I'm a believer. I've been reading the Bible. I know this. So all the defenses kind of fall down, one after another, after another. And the only thing that you are left with is like, isn't this Messiah? Isn't this the dream, the aspiration, the expectation, everything that I desire my whole life? Isn't this Him? The encounter with Christ marks your soul so deeply, so radically. Christianity took Christ and encountered with Christ and filled it with all kind of laws and principles and do's and don'ts. And it took the person of Him away. Like Mary was asking, what did you do to my Jesus? What did you do to my Jesus? You put it in a tomb of laws and tradition? Where is my Jesus? You know, that's why you are here. That's why you are listening to this. Because you had, or you are about to have an encounter with the living Jesus. That's what this is about.